Hello everybody, this is Saturday evening, just about 5 o'clock, and this is March 2nd. And I thought you'd like to see the final result of the screened enclosed porch. We call it the pond porch here. And as you can see, Karen has added once again, another of her, I think, 13 gardens that she has here. It's a little one, but it really dresses up the front area pretty well. One of the reasons that we weren't able to do much here was because during heavy rains, the pond would tend to overflow almost to where I'm standing. And I don't know if you can see, but straight out there, you can see, maybe you can't. We have added a pump. You'll see a little plastic bag. I'm not sure if you can see it there. There you go. Right in the middle of that's a Honda pond pump. And one of those tubes is the filler tube from our irrigation system. We hardly ever use that. And the long, slender one that goes into the water goes about 30 feet to the center of the bottom of the pond with a complete filter so nothing gets sucked in. And it travels through a pipe. When we turn it on, 250 gallons per minute, and you can see that white pipe there. It leads 600 feet to under the bridge, actually way to the east of the Charlie Creek Bridge that we put in. So now we can control the pond level. You usually could control what goes into it, but you really couldn't control what goes out of it. And under the heavy rains, well, it got a little bit funky. And right now you can see with my little bottle of water sitting there, the best level for this pond is right at the end of the dock. If you draw a plumb line straight down, that's pretty much where the water should end. At most, it should end right at the top of that 45-degree angled brace, and that's where we stopped it today. And it makes a huge difference because now this area is beginning to dry out. Actually, it's pretty dry right now. It has been cut down almost to the nub. It's been raked, fertilized, melalorgonite, 15 fertilizer, and reseeded with raw bahia grass. But that's not why we're here. We're here because of the screened-in pond porch. Came out really quite nice. It's so much a pleasure to sit in there. We put our little Bluetooth speaker in there, connected to either Music Choice or New Zealand radio to get all the classic music or whatever music you want, and there you go. But everything is done. Pardon my little burp there, but everything is done. That's our generator that really made work here just a delight. Gave us all the power we needed. I don't know if you can see, but the door, it's perfectly square, but when we put it in, the sun got to it, and it put a little bit of a bend into the door, and you can see a couple of wedges there that I've wedged shut to try to take the bend out. It's only about 1/2 of an inch, but we'll get it out of there eventually. Now you can see all of the upper areas are completely screened in, and since this is corrugated metal, the corrugations, if you put a square under the corrugation, you're going to get that little hip or that circular roof, as you can see right there. And what I did was I just took insulation, fiberglass faced insulation, and took about 2 inches of it and just shoved it into each one of those. And boy, you should have seen the wasp, one wasp in particular, trying to get in, he couldn't get in, and he ain't gonna get in. So we also took, you can see the chairs there now. We also took triazicide, which is a granular insecticide, spread it all over the interior wood, and then just took a broom and brushed it underneath. So now we have complete insect protection underneath the deck and along the side. You can see those 3 steps were the 3 steps leading into the travel trailer that we received when we bought the property. And when Irma hit, all 3 of them kind of floated away, although we've had regular steps that were put into the trailer. And we recycled them, cleaned them up, scrubbed them, bleached them, and they're in fine shape and they're nice and level. And as you can see, add a nice kind of dimensional staggered look to that stoop. But anyhow, here are Karen's gardens. There's this is ginger, which will about triple in size, and the little plants in front of them will double in size. Nothing's going to go between them and the deck, only because that's the rocks that you see get the water that cascades off of the roof line, splashes there, and it was just too hard to get anything to grow back there. They do get water. We changed a fitting from our irrigation system, and now one fitting, which is right in the middle of the picture right now, goes far to the right and just lightly wets the very corner of the deck, and then as it swings around to the left, it just barely nudges that, but it gets all of the plants a nice good soaking. So we're going to put the irrigation system on for this week every other day, since everything has been reseeded throughout the entire area, and hopefully it will grow like crazy. I should not have to do anything between now and Memorial Day. So that's the long and the short of it. This is our now completely screened in pond porch, and it's a real delight. We spent some time in there today at lunchtime and just had a ball. So that's all from Zolfo Springs and the pond at Bronco Drive and Woodwind Acres. Bye. I'll take some pictures.